welcome back to the channel. My name is Caleb, and today we are going to be doing a 0 to 60 test on my Corvette Z06. Now, a while ago, I did a 0 to 60 test on the Mustang. Back when I had the Mustang, rest in peace. Well, not rest in peace, she's not dead, she just got sold. So a lot of you ended up liking that video, so I thought this would be a great opportunity to do the similar concept on the Z06, but this time we're going to be doing it a lot better and a lot more professional. Last time when I did a 0 to 60 test on my Mustang, I used an app on my phone, and it was decent, but I really didn't feel like I got the best possible results, and I really didn't feel like I was as accurate as I could have been or should have been, and I don't want to give you guys misleading information. So to give you guys the best possible results, I ended up going out and buying what's called a Draggy, and I have that right here. Basically what this is, it's a racing GPS that is supposed to track your 0 to 60 time, and it tracks a bunch of other times, and it's extremely accurate. So we're going to be using this time in order to track this car's performance. I did an entire video on this when I bought this. I did an unboxing and then I tested and reviewed it. So that'll go over all the details, but this connects to an app on my phone so I can get a bunch of different information and give you guys a better feed. So overall, we can produce a lot better results. I've always wanted to test the 0 to 60 on this car because it's supposed to be really good, so now I'm really excited to have the opportunity to do that. So now I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a walk around of the car and give you the performance stats so that we can get into how our times compare to those stats. So this car at the motor makes 505 horsepower. It is the lightest Corvette ever made, and this Corvette is sitting on some Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires. These tires are actually extremely amazing. I really like them. Please ignore how dirty my car is. I drive the heck out of this thing, so it gets pretty dirty. I did a review on these tires. They're one of the best tires on the market in my opinion, so if you want to go check that out, there's that too. To the wheels, I'm expecting this car to make about 420, 430 maybe. I've never dynoed this, so that's kind of just an estimate. Hey, you should go subscribe. Probably one of the biggest advantages I have with this car and the 0 to 60 time is the transmission. I can go from 0 to 60 in first gear, which is a really good advantage that we have. We don't have to worry about shifting gears in the middle of that 0 to 60, thus slowing down our time. So in other words, as long as I get a good launch off the start, I'm pretty sure that we should have a great time. One disadvantage that I do have is that I live in Michigan, and shout out to my Michigan subscribers. Most of you guys know it gets pretty darn cold here, and it's a pretty cold day today. It's about 40 degrees out right now. So I'm gonna try to warm my tires up as best as I can, but that might result in me getting a little bit of slip on the start, so we'll see what we can do about that. I'm still gonna try to get as best of a time as I can. So Google says that this car's 0 to 60 time is 3.5 seconds. Now, I'm gonna tell you right up front, there is no way we're gonna get close to that number. I would be extremely surprised if we got close to that number. Now, before all of you keyboard warriors say, oh my god, Caleb, it's because you suck at driving, me, and a bunch of other stuff, just hold on. I want to explain something. All of the numbers and all of the stats that you always see on cars are the best possible statistics that those cars can make. For example, when GM tested this car on the track or on the strip or wherever they went, they had a pro driver, the best possible tires, perfect conditions, the best elevation, and I just don't have any of that. So it's pretty unrealistic to believe that I can produce that exact time because I have none of those things. So just kind of a fair warning, if you go out and test your vehicle, don't be too worried if you don't get exactly the same 0 to 60 time, because most of the time it's not practical to actually hit that time. All right, so let me explain how the rest of this video is gonna go. We're gonna do 3 runs, 3 of our best possible tests, so we can get a couple different times and try to see what our best time is. Then we're gonna go over all those tests and see how we compare to the actual numbers that this car is supposed to produce. But before we get into that, I think now is a great time to go over this video's sponsor, my Instagram. Make sure you guys hit me up on Instagram, give me a follow. This is the best place to reach me. I post a lot of car stuff and updates about everything. If you want to reach out to me, if you want to say hi, or maybe you had a question about a video or something, this is the best place for that. So link below, hit me up on Instagram. I will see you there. All right, so now we have to go to our test site. And for those of you who don't know, Michigan is actually right next to Mexico. So we're going to head over there right now. All right, wow. That drives quicker than I remembered. So what I'm doing right now is I'm connecting my phone to my Draggy. That's how you hook it up, so we can have a camera facing forward for to give us the stats, and it'll show us that on screen. The Draggy is just gonna go right here in my cup holder. No big deal there. And then I'll have this camera facing me so I can talk to you guys. All right, launching at about 2 grand here, first run. right, second run here. Launching in 3, 2, 1. My 0 to 60 was pretty high on that one. I think I started to creep onto the gas a little bit, thus making me move forward just enough that it like triggered the start time a little bit early. So that's why that one was a little long, I think. Test number 3. Let's make this the best one. Woo! That one felt good, boys. That one felt good. Man, guys, I'll tell you, I mean, I've driven this car maybe 6,000 or 7,000 miles since I purchased it, and launching this car still puts a smile on my face, and it still surprises me every time I hit the gas. All right, so now that we're back here in Michigan, let's go over all of our results. So, test number 1. On this test, we did pretty good. We had a 0 to 60 time of 3.98 seconds. So just under 4 seconds of a 0 to 60 time. As you can see up in the top right corner, there's this little stamp that says valid. That'll either say valid or invalid. Let's say you share this on some forum or something, that stamp just kind of validates your time. Now, there are some factors that will invalidate it. For example, let's say you had a huge slope downhill. Obviously, your car's 0 to 60 time downhill is not super accurate, so something like that could trigger that. So this just kind of shows us that it is a valid time, and you will see that on all 3 of these. So 0 to 60 in 3.98, not bad for our first run. I was pretty impressed, not gonna lie. I was kind of hoping that if we can get under 4 seconds, that would be pretty good. And my last video with my Mustang, that one got a 5-second 0 to 60 time. It was pretty much just a 5-second flat I was getting for the 0 to 60. So this is over 1 second faster 0 to 60. So that is pretty darn impressive. I'm pretty impressed with that. You can see here on the speed line, the miles per hour line, it's pretty darn consistent. The acceleration looks pretty good too. Let's go on to number 2. Yeah, so I kind of botched the start of this one. You can see that we don't start gaining speed until a little while after. We don't start off moving from the blue speed line. Our 0 to 60 time on here was 4.81 seconds. So significantly slower, almost a second slower. And we did have a tiny bit of an uphill slope, but that wasn't really the main reason why. I basically just moved forward just a tad too much, and that started the time. So yeah, I didn't start on time, basically. All right, so number 3. This is our best time, coming in at 3.88 seconds. I'm sure if we continue to do this over and over and over and over 10 or 20 times, we could probably get down to like a 3.75. But I'm still pretty happy with this 3.88. It is pretty much about where I expected us to be, considering the 3.5 stated online. Again, you can see this has a nice consistent speed line. The acceleration is a lot better up front, which is really, really nice. I'm pretty sure that's kind of what helped us get a better time. So overall, I'm pretty darn happy with these results, and having this app, it's nice to track all this stuff so that maybe if I do put some mods into this in the future, which I definitely will, I can track my 0 to 60 time now compared to when I add new stuff on it or something like that. It's always nice to benchmark your cars and see how much you progress in speed as you throw different mods on. So that's pretty cool. Like I said, overall, I'm pretty impressed. Shout out to Draggy for making something really cool. I'm definitely going to be playing around with this a lot more and testing this as I throw new mods on this, as I tune the Vet. I do want to do a cam on the Vet, so there's a lot of plans, and it's gonna be nice to track my speed along the way. Thank you all so much for checking this video out. I hope you liked this type of content. It would be super cool if you hit that subscribe button, smash like while you're there, and stick around. I'd love to show you guys some more car content. Drop a comment down below. Let me know, do you think it was good? Do you think it was bad? I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Thank you all so much for checking out this video, and I'll see you in the next one.